How much money have we spent on routine maintenance and repairs for our 2016 Tesla Model X with 181,352 miles on the odometer? Some of the repairs surprised me, some didn't. And then one of them I accidentally left out of our last maintenance recap video. Watch this TesLUCKY video to find out all of that and more. Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky, our 2016 Tesla Model X, and Karma, our 2024 Tesla Model Y. Before we get started, I'd like to officially dedicate today's video to our new TesLUCKY channel member, Rob Sterling. Rob also owns a 2016 Tesla Model X named Falcon, who has 110,000 miles and free unlimited supercharging for life. Rob, thank you so much for supporting our little Tesla ownership channel. Carly and I really hope you enjoy this maintenance recap video for Lucky. Lucky will be turning 10 years old next month. I just can't believe it. At the end of today's video, I will reveal exactly how much we have spent on routine maintenance and repairs during our 7 years of ownership of Lucky after more than 181,000 miles. I'll walk you through every maintenance item between 150,000 miles and 181,000 miles, including what surprised us, what didn't, and whether I thought each repair was worth it. If you've watched this series before, then welcome back. And if you're new to TesLUCKY, every 25,000 miles, we produce 4 long-term ownership update videos covering routine maintenance, battery health, tires, and the physical condition of the vehicle. Our goal is to document our ownership experience of an older, high-mileage Tesla Model X with complete transparency and a little humor here and there. Quick disclaimer. Today's video includes routine maintenance and necessary repairs only. Tires, elective upgrades, accident repairs, and accessories all have dedicated separate videos here on the TesLUCKY YouTube channel. Before we talk about the newest maintenance repairs for Lucky, these are our previous maintenance recap videos. On May 2nd, 2022, we posted Lucky's 85,000 miles maintenance recap video, which included 4 repairs for a total cost of $1,782.98. On July 22nd, 2023, we posted Lucky's 127,000 mile maintenance recap video, which included 5 repairs for a total cost of $1,436.91. On June 24, 2024, we posted Lucky's 150,000 miles maintenance recap video, which included 3 repairs for a total cost of $962.16. We are not going to talk specifically about those 12 repairs in this video, because if you are interested in all the nitty-gritty details, you can find every one of those videos in our high mileage Tesla Model X playlist. For those of you keeping track so far, our cumulative total for routine maintenance costs at the 150,000 mile mark was $4,182.05. Here are Lucky's specs. Lucky is a 2016 P90D Model X with an August manufacture date. She has Autopilot 1.0 and a lithium-ion battery. We upgraded to the MCU2, and Lucky originally came with free supercharging for life, but we later transferred that benefit when Tesla briefly offered this incentive to buy a new Tesla back in 2024. At Lucky's age and mileage, all of the Tesla warranties for the vehicle have long since expired. Since our last maintenance recap video at 150,000 miles, we have had 8 routine maintenance repairs on Lucky. Now we're going to go through each one. While preparing for today's video, I discovered that I accidentally left out one repair on our 150,000 mile recap video. So rather than ignore that, which I just could not do, I'm going to correct the record today so that our long-term totals will be accurate. Maintenance item number 1. On April 15th of 2024, at 148,492 miles, we had an issue where the driver's side front window would not properly go up and down. Here are some video clips to show you the problem and the solution. So I just went through the drive-thru, and when I was rolling down Lucky's window, it made a really strange sound that I had never heard before. And now this happens when I try to roll up the window. Not sure what to do about this.
The regulator is shredding apart basically somewhere in here, so we're gonna change it out, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing else going on. Oof.
I just loved seeing like the inner workings of like any part of my car. Yeah, and what is this? This looks like tinfoil that you would use for like baking like chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Yep.
That day, Tesla Mobile Service came to my place of work and replaced the left side window regulator. The cost for that repair was $363.55, which was $155 in parts, 0.6 labor hours, which cost $183, and then $25.35 in tax. Maintenance item number 2. On September 4th of 2024, at 153,708 miles, we had an issue where the charge port door would not close properly. This one really surprised us because we had already replaced the charge port previously. We have a video dedicated to all of the interesting learnings associated with that repair. In the spirit of making everything easy for you, I will put links in the description to all of the past TesLUCKY videos that are related to the topics included in this video. Tesla Mobile Service also did that repair at my place of work. The cost for that repair was $484.83, which was $85 in parts, 1.2 labor hours, which cost $366. Ouch. And then $33.83 for tax. Maintenance item number 3. This one is routine instead of repair. On February 26 of 2025, at 160,373 miles, we had the windshield wipers replaced by Tesla Mobile Service at our house. The cost for the new windshield wipers was $94.92. That was $70 in parts, 0.6 labor hours, which was $18.30, and then $6.62 in tax. Maintenance item number 4. On July 5th of 2025, at 164,539 miles, we had a pretty big repair relating to the vehicle suspension, which we consider to be the Achilles heel of Lucky. We have a comprehensive video devoted to this topic. This repair couldn't be done by Tesla Mobile Service, so it involved a 140-mile drive to the closest Tesla service center to our house, which is in Coral Gables, Florida, close to Miami. Tesla had to replace the air suspension compressor and both the right and left side front upper control arm assembly. I was super relieved when that repair came in under $1,000, just barely. The repair cost $982.85, $447.35 in parts, 2.9 labor hours, $471.20, and then $64.30 in tax. Maintenance item number 5. On October 23rd, 2025, we had the low voltage 12-volt battery replaced. Lucky had about 170,000 miles on the odometer at that point, but I don't actually know the exact odometer reading because Tesla forgot to enter that data on the invoice. We actually did this prior to a warning alert showing up in the screen of the vehicle because Lucky was having symptoms that made us suspect that the low voltage 12-volt battery was beginning to fail. That whole story is explained in a TesLUCKY video that covers all the details for all 5 12-volt battery changes that Lucky has had for the life of the vehicle. For the 12-volt battery replacement, I did have to drive Lucky back to the Tesla service center in Coral Gables because I wanted the service done quicker as an emergency repair. The 12-volt battery replacement cost $308.10, $175 in parts, 0.36 labor hours, which was $111.60, and then $21.50 in tax. Part of the reason we did this 12-volt battery replacement proactively before getting that alert had to do with the steering being really tight and making the vehicle a bit difficult to drive. I'm happy to report that almost a year later, Lucky's steering is functioning perfectly normal again, which was a huge relief. Maintenance item number 6. On January 9th, 2026, at 171,504 miles, we had an issue that prevented us from being able to open the frunk. Now, fortunately, my purse didn't get stuck in there, which is yet another example of Lucky living up to her name. My windshield wiper fluid did run out and I wasn't able to refill that, which was a bit of a nuisance. Yes, we have a video that tells that whole frunk won't open story. Tesla Mobile Service came back to my place of work to replace the hood latch release, which cost $155 in parts and 0.42 labor hours, which cost $130.20. And then maintenance item number 7 was done during that very same Tesla Mobile Service visit. We had them change the cabin air filter that day, which cost $33.09 in parts and 0.12 labor hours, which cost $37.20. So the total cost for both the hood latch release replacement and the cabin air filter replacement that day was $382.15, which included $26.66 in tax. Maintenance item 8. The final one for today's video, and thankfully a very minor little thing to serve as the cherry on top of the Tesla maintenance cake. On March 6, 2026, at 173,658 miles, we made the decision to take care of a minor cosmetic issue, which was the fact that Lucky was missing a tow hook cover from the right front area of the vehicle. And the details for that are covered in this twofer Tesla Mobile Service video, which was the first time that Lucky and Karma both had Tesla Mobile Service appointments on the same day. It just doesn't get any more convenient than that. The tow hook replacement cost $35.80. The part was $15. It took 0.06 labor hours, which I'm guessing is probably the smallest fraction of time that Tesla can log. Have you ever seen a smaller percentage in labor hours for any work done by Tesla? If you have, please, please, please tell us about it in the comments. Anyway, that 0.06 labor hours cost us $18.30, and then there was $2.50 in tax. The part of Lucky that was missing that tow hook cover would catch my eye literally every single day. So this $35.80 was money well spent, in my opinion. Lucky may be close to 10 years old, but I want to keep her looking as new as possible whenever possible and within reason in terms of cost. This replacement seemed totally reasonable to me. What do you think? And that is a perfect segue to tell you about a repair on Lucky that we are choosing not to make. So this one falls into the category of we're just gonna live with it. When driving Lucky in auto steer, I can use the turn signal for the vehicle to safely change lanes all on its own. And after the vehicle performs the lane change, the turn signal is supposed to turn itself off. And in Lucky, it doesn't anymore. Let me show you. Why am I choosing to live with this? A couple of reasons. Number one, I only use Lucky for local driving. And as you can see, the vast majority of my daily driving here in the Florida Keys, where we live, is only 2 lanes. I do occasionally use the turn signal in auto steer, but since I don't do this very often, it's not really a big deal for me to just manually turn off the turn signal. The second reason is that Tesla said I would have to drive Lucky back up to the Coral Gables service center for a diagnostic, and I just don't feel like this is worth making the trip or paying a $310 diagnostic fee. And that is before the cost of any out of warranty repairs. So for us, this falls into the too much money, too much trouble, and not a big deal to live with it category. And this is really the only thing that falls into that category, which I think is pretty good for a soon-to-be 10-year-old car. We might be planning a little party for her with gifts and cookie cake. Click the bell for notifications if you want to get an invitation to that party. The grand finale, grand total, is next. But first, please take a moment to click the like button to inform the YouTube algorithm that our content is worthy of being spoon-fed to more people who are interested in Tesla ownership content. Thank you so much for doing that. And for anyone else who is interested in becoming a TesLUCKY VIP like Rob, just click join below this video to learn more about our channel memberships. The 8 maintenance, repairs, and replacements covered in this video cost us a total of $2,557.28. And that makes the grand total for our maintenance expenses for Lucky until now is $6,739.33. And here's a little bonus, a chart to show how much money we have spent on oil changes for the life of Lucky. Seriously, the average oil change for an SUV in America costs about $100. And based on needing to change the oil like every 6,000 miles, Lucky has avoided roughly 27 oil changes in the past 7 years, saving us $2,700 and a lot of time not having to figure out when in my busy schedule I'm going to take the vehicle in again for another oil change. Don't miss that. All that extra time in my life, priceless. And don't even get me started on how much we've saved on gas. We have saved a ton of money just by saying no to the pump. We have owned Lucky for 88 wonderful months, and our average cost per month is $76.58. Less than $80 a month. I think that's pretty good. What do you think? As you can see from this chart, the average maintenance cost per month has increased from $48.19 a month in our first 37 months of ownership to now $76.58 a month lifetime. An increase of $28.39 a month, which seems like a reasonable and normal increase to me based on the age of the vehicle, and still under $80 a month. What do you think? Is that reasonable? I'm very curious to see if this trend continues over the next year or so before we report back at the 200,000 mile milestone. Between now and then, we will be posting those other 3 videos in the every 25,000 miles series, which will cover Lucky's battery health, the tire cost, and her overall physical condition. And one last thing, and I'm going to say this because I don't believe in jinxes. I do believe in luck, and I do believe in karma, but I don't believe in jinxes. We have not had a single maintenance expense for Lucky in the past 7,700 miles. And the last thing was that $35 tow hook cover replacement, which was cosmetic and truly optional. And it's been almost 10,000 miles since our last truly mandatory repair, which was getting the Frunk fixed. Almost 10 years old, more than 181,000 miles, still puts a smile on my face every time I drive her. Lucky is on a roll.